guys, welcome back to Fun Sparkles. Today I am doing a 2024 reading wrap up, so I'm showing you all the books I read this year in 2024. This is in no particular order, by the way, because I can't for the life of me remember in what order I read these. The first book we're going to be talking about is All Cats Are on the Autism Spectrum by Kathy Hoopman. This is a children's book about autism, and it has pictures of cats and little factoids about autism in it. So for example, on this page it has a cat looking at a goldfish, and it says like an outsider looking into a world they never truly understand, and their passion for researching something they love, many will reach to the top of their chosen fields. It's so cute. And I felt very seen in this book because I have autism personally, so I loved this book and I love cats. Then I read The Island by Natasha Preston. This was the first time I had dived into the thriller genre, and I really liked it. It was really good. It wasn't scary at all, but I did like it. It was like a cozy thriller, you know? I gave this book 5 stars on Goodreads. It's definitely not a book you want to read if you want to be scared, but if you just want a cozy good time, I would pick it up. Then I read Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. I have the special edition with the sprayed edges. This book is so amazing. The love story in here is just phenomenal, top notch. I love the little frog, Kinsley, so much. That's him, Kinsley, the frog. He's so funny. I love this book so much, I would give it 5 stars. It's one of my favorite books I've ever read. Highly recommend this if you love romance and fantasy. Then I read Christy Miller, A Summer Promise. I love this book and I always reread it each year, I feel like. It's just a fun, classic summer read, and I love Christy. I gave this book 3 stars originally on Goodreads, but then I thought about it and I bumped it up to 5 stars just because it's just such a comforting read for me, and so I had to give it 5 stars instead of 3. Then unsurprisingly, I read my favorite book of all time, Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. I'm absolutely in love with this book. Angel, aka Sarah, is my favorite character of all time. She is absolutely amazing. I love her, and Francine Rivers' writing is just so good. It's a very, very chunky book, but it's so worth it. And I read Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, and this is the paperback with the sprayed dragon edges. So pretty. Violet Sorrengail and Zayden Ryerson is the best romance I think I have ever read about. It's so stunning, a little spicy, but I love it for that. And yeah, it is amazing. I highly recommend it. The dragons, if you love How to Train Your Dragon and Harry Potter, I highly recommend this book. 5 stars. I would give it 1,000,000 stars if I could. I read A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I absolutely love her writing. This is a special collector's edition. Her writing is just so whimsical and magical. I love this book and I'm very excited to continue with the rest of the series in 2025. I read Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. At first I really hated this book, but then I kept going and I finished it, and it ended up being my favorite romance that I have ever read. So I ended up getting this beautiful special edition for Christmas, and so like I said, this is my favorite romance book, non-fantasy romance book I have ever read. 5 stars, highly recommend it. If you're okay with a lot of spice. Then finally, the book I just finished literally yesterday and took me months to get through, The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Now I struggled with this one. I really did struggle. I thought I was going to give this like a 3-star rating, and I was tempted to bump it down to a 2-star rating. That's how much I didn't like this book. But then I finished it. Okay, then I finished it. This is a 400-page book. It gets old really fast, and you're going to want to stop and put it down. But please don't, because the ending is going to be so worth it, and the ending is actually what bumped it up to a 5-star rating for me. And you'll know if you read it. If you haven't read it, you will think I'm crazy. But if you read it, you will know what I'm talking about. So yeah, a pretty good reading year. I didn't read as many books as previous years, but the books I did read are pretty much all 5 stars. So yeah, I had a good reading year. And I'm excited to read more books in 2025. I'm currently in the middle of The Wicked King, so I'm really excited to continue reading that. It's a sequel to The Cruel Prince in the Folklore series, if you're wondering. So yeah, I will see you guys in 2025. Happy New Year, bye.